is doing that on workouts. Now I'm pumped to periscope how my kid is doing that on workouts. Yes. I'd have to clarify a little bit more what you meant on that. If you meant like periscoping actual workouts, or if you meant periscoping for the act of reaching the exact audience that he's looking for. So one thing I've thought about too is there's a lot of, thanks for all the hearts, there's a lot of trial and error. Demi, Simply Tamika, giving a lot of hearts, thank you, and David as well. Talk about his hack. Yes, hack, if you're talking about like 80-20 on fitness and all that kind of stuff, there was a, forget the name of the book, you'll know this probably, David. Thanks for the t-shirt. Yeah, the t-shirt, I love periscopes. Got this about a month ago, and almost nobody on the streets, and I walk by hundreds and thousands of people, almost nobody understands what it is. A couple people have commented they don't know what it is. So there's a,
I'll get it in 30 minutes.
David, there's a book, and I can't think of the guy's name. I think his last name might be like W-E-I-L or something like that. 8 essential something to health or something like that. 8 tips or 8 something to something health. And it's a pretty popular book that was written, but I looked at Kevin Rose, who I think, I forget which one, if it was Reddit or if it was the other site like Reddit, stumbled upon one of those. I think Kevin Rose did one of those, and then Tim Ferriss. And they chose the top 10 books between both of them. And that book, that health book was in there as one of the top ones to read. And the 22 Immutable Laws was the first one they listed. I don't know if it was in any particular order. Reis, R-E-I-S, and Trout, really big on positioning, really big on branding. I've watched some of their guys' stuff. They got a video on YouTube which is amazing about positioning, and that opened my eyes big time when I saw that. It made a lot of sense to me. People are trying to position products when they should be positioning themselves in the marketplace. So those are all really good. But just keep in mind to repurpose. Let me recap that. So basically, I do the Periscope video. It's got a headline. It automatically is attached to Catch.me. Okay, I have a guy from Fiverr. He scoops up, comes into Catch.me/Ron, or downloads all my videos, uploads all my YouTube videos with my directions of all the titles that I'm looking for to attract the right people, Periscope and my website in the name, the right keyword tags or keywords to use to be found in the search results. People say YouTube's the #2 search engine. I don't know if that's true or not. And then the description tells a little bit about what I do, and then also my website. Then what I do is I go back to the blog and I embed in the blog my YouTube video along with a large image and along with the subheads H1, H2, H3, so more headlines. And I try to keep it pretty much on topic with the exact same headline or pretty close to that. And then I have social shares buttons at the very bottom. People share that on Twitter, they share it on Facebook, and I might even go a step above that, make it even easier on them than just one click of a button, and actually put hashtags in there so it can help them grow the followers, help me grow the followers, and help it be found in the search engines. So I'm always thinking of how, see, there is such thing as automation, but there's also sirens. Yeah, that was actually a police car. I think sometimes people automate things too much. I mean, I like email and autoresponders and some of that kind of stuff. I just think a lot of email is notifications nowadays, and I question how much people use email. I think they use it in long form for business still. The hack's so hot. I have to send the fire department. I like that. That's nice. That was a police car, so I think we could have said I was going to get arrested for stealing such a great hack idea. Yeah, that's the other thing too, David, is it's unfortunate the term hack has such a mixed connotation to it. You know, you got Ashley Madison out there with the hacking and Anonymous out there with the hacking, and then you got the growth hacking. And actually what was really surprising is I looked up on Topsy.com and I looked up the 10X, and I've looked up Tag Tribes, and Tag Tribes has actually been beating 10X lately, and then I've looked up 80-20, E-Myth, so small. I mean, they barely get any per day. Topsy gets up to 800 a day, which is pretty good, and then 10X, you know, is more like 500 a day now, but they've been up to 3,000 peak. And you know, but you look up growth hacking, it's crazy. It's like 80 to 100,000 a day, or it's some really large number, which is about the equivalent of Periscope. So that's good and bad. That means growth hacking is hit the mainstream. But at the same time, I mean, can you really, you know, can you really position yourself in the market as a growth hacker if everybody else and their mom and their uncle and their aunt is a growth hacker right now? So that's why I want to go a little bit more specific. The 80-20 thing, I've only seen Perry Marshall and Ed Koch really use that in their branding. Tim Ferriss uses it, you know, from time to time. I'm sure the E-Myth does as well. But the other thing I want to mention too is catch.me, katch.me/Ron Orr. If you look on there, there's about 280 videos that you can check out at any time. In addition to that, I have also have most of those uploaded to YouTube. We got another 50 or so going to be uploaded soon. We're going to go back and redo the original 231 to put my intro in there with the watermark on there so they all tie together. And other than that, you can find them on YouTube. Search for you know, Ron or something like that, and you'll be able to see them. What I'm doing them right now is I'm doing them multi-channel across 7 or 8, about 6, 7 different channels that aren't my channels, and I'm diversifying on YouTube. And the reason is I won't go into the story, but years ago I saw myself and people way bigger than me in Empower and everything, and they had a bunch of competitors that were just flagging videos and all that kind of stuff, until eventually not everybody, but a lot of people's accounts got deleted, like really big accounts. So I haven't had the same faith in YouTube since then, and I haven't wanted to spend endless hours into that. To me, that's another 80-20 move, is you just got to diversify in when you've been burnt like that. So yep, I've seen it happen on YouTube. It's happened to really big people in Power Networks. So it's funny because I've been around the internet for like 18 to 20 years, and that was one of the more surprising things that I've ever seen, because I've never seen like Facebook accounts get brought down or anything. At Twitter accounts, there was one time where I tried to open like 10 or 15 in like 2 hours. They got closed because they didn't like that. Twitter didn't like that. But I've run a couple different ones, and the one that I've had for 7 years has been fine. So I'm just looking for some what's in demand, like what kind of topics and categories would you like some more periscopes about. I've got a memo text thing on my phone here with another 40 headlines or so that I can do them on. But I'm going to do a little bit more keyword research on YouTube and see what kind of videos people are searching for right now. And go ahead and text and let me know, and I'll do them soon. And I'm going to sign off for right this second. Thank you for all the hearts. Thanks for being on, and I look forward to doing